Welcome to the Sunset Archon channel, where we aspire to gain from night to first light, and today we'll be continuing Voice of Cards, The Beasts of Burden. It has been nearly 1 month, just short of 2 days of 1 month, since we last played The Beasts of Burden. Hopefully I haven't forgotten how to take care of all the monsters, but previously we had just completed our the chapter in the City of Flame, and they are still using the poisonous tinder water that will surely lead to their end. And we're supposed to be, we're trying to find some sanctuary over here that will give them hope of a better life. So let's jump right into it.
Polka says, "You take care of gathering everything we need. I'll stay here and draw up the plans."
Okay. So our most recent objective is find some durable cord on the south side of the wasteland. Oh right, we're trying to retrofit our sand skid.
Trollis wanders the area, searching for some durable cord or rope, but turns up nothing.
Find a plant to make into rope.
Trollis looks around, trying to find a plant that she could braid into rope. The region is so arid, though, that it proves a futile effort.
Right. I forgot we're in a desert.
Trollis rummages through her possessions, looking for some durable cord. Inside, she finds a whip from her apprenticeship.
A whip? That'll work.
She must have brought it along by mistake. It once belonged to the ringmaster of the circus. Looking over the whip brings back memories.
The ringmaster was a good person. A fantastic person. For those of you who have forgotten from the first 3 streams of Voice of Cards, The Beasts of Burden, the theme, the unofficial theme of this 3rd installment of the Voice of Cards series is the illusion of free choice.
Trollis spends some time reminiscing as she gazes at the whip, but then realizes, not cord, she says, tossing it away.
Oh my god, we're gonna die out here. We could have used that. Right, whip strong, could be cord.
Realizing that a whip could work in place of a cord, Trollis decides to return to the sandscape.
Oh jeez. Everyone has left the party but CL.
Polka asks you to locate a long, sturdy pole. Trollis dashes off to the south, so you decide to head north so that you all can cover more ground.
Now I need to find a long, sturdy pole. Oh, would you look at that? I have a long, sturdy pole in my inventory. But it's not canon, so I can't use it.
Perhaps because you're by yourself for the first time in a long while, the solitary search makes you feel a bit lonesome. Your thoughts drift inexorably to your comrades.
Thinking of the goal.
Your thoughts turn to Legol. Legol can be somewhat brusque, but deep down he's a supportive person. He seems to care for Polka and Trollis too. From time to time, though, you spot a lonely, sad look on his face, perhaps due to his difficult past being treated like human livestock.
Next up, Polka.
Your thoughts turn to Polka. Polka's breadth of knowledge has been an incredible boon, and also a headache, since said knowledge is the source of his unceasing chatter. While he's typically an affable fellow, you do sometimes spot an unexpected iciness in his expression. Perhaps it comes from his hatred of monsters.
And finally, thoughts of Trollis.
Your thoughts turn to Trollis. Her awkward way of speaking somehow only accentuates her sweetness. On top of that, she cares deeply about her companions and has tenacity to spare. And back when you faced the Flame Primal, she pushed herself so hard to save you from certain death. You can't help but be a little concerned about her. Your crew of friends has grown little by little, but with them at your side, you no longer feel as lonely as you once did. While you were lost in thought, a monster has found you.
You're alone, run for it. You're alone, fight anyway.
You decide to summon up all your courage and fight. The monster brandishes a weapon whose handle is a long, sturdy-looking pole. The exact kind Polka needs.
So either way, running wouldn't be an option. Again, the illusion of free choice. Hello, Green Earbuds. Welcome to the stream. You just made it to the first fight of the stream. And we're already doing good. Yep. We're only 8 minutes in. Victory is ours.
Your battle with the monster has landed you a long, sturdy pole that Polka should be happy with. Having done what you set out to do, you decide to head back to the sand skiff.
Finally checking in on the goal. Everyone has left the party but Legol.
Polka asks Legol to find something that could be used as wheels. Legol is skeptical that something like that will just be lying around, but he sets off to look nonetheless.
Search the sand ruins, I suppose?
Legol doesn't think there'd be anything wheel-like there.
Nah. The mine.
Legol recalls that there was a cart in the mine near Steelborough. Though hesitant to return to such a dangerous place, he can't make excuses when he thinks of how hard a certain sub-Terran must be searching.
This game is called Voice of Cards, The Beasts of Burden.
He decides to take the sand skiff alone back to the mine.
This is the third game in the Voice of Cards series. The first being Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roar, and the second being Voice of Cards, The Forsaken Maiden. And now we're searching for wheels in the mine. You cannot use bellwethers now. Yes, the name of the stream is literally the name of the game.
There is indeed a cart in the mine, as Legol recalled, and, as one would imagine, it has wheels. Legol attempts to remove the wheels from the minecart. But suddenly, a monster emerges from behind it.
A truly terrifying beast. Alright, and just so you guys know, we are playing with the same stats as we left off from the previous stream. So I have not been grinding off stream for this game. This game is about a girl who was
Legol collects
living in a subterranean village for years in the fear of monsters. One day, the monsters came to and destroyed her village, leaving her with nowhere to go. Now, she both seeks revenge on those monsters, as well as to find a new place to live and fulfill her dream of seeing the stars in a nightless sky.
The slain monster's eyes are wide open. Legol gently closes the monster's eyes. Having done what he set out to do, Legol decides to head back to the sand skiff.
So yeah, so far the Voice of Cards games have been racked with tragedy, but it is a good story. It doesn't just pile on tragedy after tragedy expecting that to make a great story.
With what Polka requested in hand,
we'll be playing Harvestella November 4th at around 7 o'clock.
The group meets back up, having gathered all three of the things needed to modify the sand skiff. You've brought the sturdy pole, Legol has the wheels, and Trollus has the whip. Are you sure I can use your whip? Polka asks, and Trollus gives a little nod.
Accidentally brought lots of Ringmaster's whips. Okay then.
Trollus turns her back upside down, and as advertised, a number of whips tumble to the ground. Doesn't your Ringmaster need these? Legol gets a distant look on his face, a bit of pep in his step. Polka starts zipping around the sand skiff, making modifications.
A few hours later. Sand skiff, Mark
The
II.
modifications to the sand skiff are finished. The vehicle should be able to pass through the rocky wasteland without issue now. The group is thrilled, but suddenly, Trollis collapses. Polka hurries over to examine her. Somehow, she's suffering the effects of tinderwater poison. You hold Trollis close, but can do little else. This does turn your thoughts back to the events at the Lake of Fire. The battle with the flame primal flashes through your mind. During the struggle, Trollis threw herself in harm's way to protect you from the primal's attack. The poison must have entered her body through the wound she sustained in the process. Despite downing some of Polka's medicine, Trollis remains languid. It seems that the effect isn't very strong. She needs a sanitary place to rest, Polka says, and the group decides to try to find one.
Continue on and find a place for Trollis to rest. Legol and Polka have rejoined the party. Alright, we can travel onward now. Oh, that didn't work. Ho there!
A man, breathless and plump, suddenly jumps out in front of your group as you search for a place where Trollis can rest.
You can't help but feel like you remember this man.
Recognition dawns in you, and you're sure this is the ringmaster of the circus. At least, until he flatly denies it, saying you've confused him with someone else. Trollis rises unsteadily from the deck of the sand skiff, tilts her head to the side, and says, "You not ringmaster?" The man looks at Trollis for a moment, then breaks into a delighted smile. "Oh ho! You're one of my brothers from the circus."
Oh my god, there's more of them.
As he explains it, this man is the younger brother of the circus ringmaster. He works as a merchant who travels the world buying and selling all manner of rare articles. And to that end, he wastes not a moment in trying to strike up some business. Perhaps a gander at my wares, then. You briefly explain Trollis's condition and ask the man if he knows of a good place to rest. "Why didn't you say so sooner? I've got some good info on that front," he replies with a wink. The merchant shares that he has heard of a village to the west, wherein resides a brilliant apothecary. He's said to be a rather crabby fellow, but with any luck, you can get some medicine from him. And on top of that, find a place to rest. 2 birds with 1 stone. You say a few words of thanks and quickly head off to the west in search of the village. The man calls after you. "I'll be here with my compatriots for a while, so do pop by later."
Search to the west of the wasteland for the town with the skilled apothecary. Hello, Pyra. Welcome to the stream. An enemy has appeared before us. And this is the third battle of the stream. Alright. Now all that remains is the mouse. Oh yeah, he was first to stop by. And now we choose the treasure chest. Let's go with the center one today. Ah, we should have gone for the left. We'd have got the 2-star helm splitter. It would be nice if we had gotten something else if we get duplicates of a card.
This place feels eerily familiar. You open your pack and fish out a scrap of paper. You knew it. This is where the map says there's hidden treasure.
I completely forgot about that treasure map.
You feel around on the ground for a moment and soon discover an unnatural swell in the dirt. You claw at the earth with reckless abandon. Success. Buried treasure. Ecstatic, you fling open the lid and stash its contents in your bag.
The Ring of Compassion increases attack by 2 and also increases your crit rate. Alright, we don't need fire stay anymore now that we're out of that fire pit. So we'll put the Ring of Compassion on the goal. Interesting. The Village of Light. Honestly, after the Forsaken Maiden and the City of the Ivory Maiden, I'm kind of skeptical about the white nature of this town. Is it just me? Alright. Oh, right. Before I forget and get into a serious fight, I should reorganize my cards and put the Flame Primal into an active set. The Flame Primal, Flare Punisher, Metal Punisher. Interesting. Add 6 to attack and deal fire damage to all enemies, and inflict defense down for 3 turns. I'm satisfied. Alright, I just want to open up as much of the map as I possibly can before we go into the next town.
Withered foliage dots the wasteland. Your eyes, keen with hunger, spy something that looks like the leaves and vines of a potato.
So, when we were having a hard time finding any kind of rope, suddenly we find vines of a potato.
You're so starved, you don't care if they're rotten. You grab hold of the vines and get ready to pull.
Easy does it.
It's not giving an inch. Whatever it is, it must be huge. You pull even harder, liberating it from the earth so suddenly that you find yourself on your back. You whip your head up to get a look at the massive pile of inedible roots you've just pulled up. All that for nothing, you think. Polka, however, is pleasantly surprised. Hey, we can make a curative from these, he chirps. Turns out he'd identified the roots and done just that while you were wallowing in disappointment.
Alright, I was worried there. I thought we weren't going to get squat from that event. But instead we got an Omnisalve. Okay, so there's nothing here. Yet.
Battle time.
Gladly. Come on. Yes! Just what I was hoping for.
Sometimes you get lucky.
Indeed. Exact change. This time we go for the left. We could have got the level 2 helm splitter, but we also got the level 2 slice. You got a higher rank card, discarding the lower rank card in your possession. You know, it doesn't actually seem right to just discard the card. But at the very least, they make it look like it's merging. The ruined edifice.
Battle time.
Oh boy. Deadly poison. Cards afflicted with deadly poison take 2 to 12 points of damage at fixed intervals. Alright, let's see what the Flame Primal can do. Nice. Oh. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, it feels kind of cold to just discard the weaker card. Does the audio sound okay? I decided to change a setting to see if that fixes the cutting out problem. Let's see. The ruined edifice. Edifice. A building, especially a large, imposing one. It can also be a complex system of beliefs. Alright, that's good. I'm still monitoring the sound, just in case.
Ominous
Whoa.
clouds swirl above you, darkening the sky. A peal of thunder follows a brief flash of lightning. This is bad.
Roll to see how much damage you take. A 4 or greater might even get you out unharmed. Alright, come on, big numbers, big numbers. 4 or greater, 4 or greater. 5.
Another flash, but this time the peal of thunder is nearly simultaneous. That was one close lightning strike. In fact, the chunk of boulder missing nearby tells you exactly where it struck. Had you been standing there, you break out in a cold sweat. You can't take your eyes off the boulder. And good thing, too, because something is staring right back at you. You walk over and give the brittle rock another whack, revealing a gold coin. So this is what the lightning was after.
So the lightning was trying to smite 800 gold. Now that's funny. A chunky gold nugget. Something for me to sell in town. Alright.
You locate a small village. Monsters suddenly appear, and they're headed straight for the town.
Whoops. You locate a small village. This is probably the place the merchant mentioned, where the apothecary lives. However, monsters suddenly appear, and they're heading straight for the town. Oh, wonderful! Gargoyles!
You can't let them attack the town, for Trollus's sake too. You take off running to stop the monsters.
The lightning was after the money. Yes, lightning fueled by avarice. That's actually a pretty creative concept. I'll have to remember that. But that's for another time. To battle. Happenstance cards will be triggered each turn during this battle. Add 3 to all allies and enemies attack. Let's rock. Everything is going according to plan. What? You must be joking. All right. You want to play like that? Let's play like that. something that's literally oozing darkness using a light skill. No, don't you dare, don't you... Yes! Alright. Time for an encore presentation. Critical hit. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Nothing less.
All right.
Unbeknownst to any, you manage to avert the danger. Now Trollis needs help. Hurry into the village.
Enter the village of light? Yes.
You and Legol enter the village, leaving Polka caring for Trollis on the sand skiff.
Polka has left the party.
No sooner do you enter the village than a man's voice calls out to you. This here's the village of light. Make yourself at home and rest your wearied spirits. The villager wears a curious headpiece, but seems polite and courteous. You get directly to the point and ask him if he knows about the apothecary.
Well, these guys are nicer than those ivory jerks.
Ah, that would be me, he says, before offering to mix up some medicine if you're in a hurry. You explain Trollis' symptoms, and the man calling himself an apothecary smiles and says he can help right away.
Ask how much it'll cost.
Afraid of the answer, you ask what it will cost. The man calling himself the apothecary laughs and assures you he has no need of payment.
Okay, that's nice and all, but that just makes you even more suspicious to me. I'm sorry, but I've just learned after 2 games not to trust anything anyone says.
The apothecary hardly seems crabby at all, so you check again with him that he really is the one you're looking for. He answers that coming to this village changed him, made him realize that people need to live by helping each other.
Yeah. I'm definitely getting the back away slowly vibes.
The apothecary suggests you take a wander about town while he mixes up the medicine. He adds, "The folks about town are kind souls one and all, so feel free to ask them if you need anything." Legol says that he'll get Trollis and returns to the sand skiff. You decide to walk around the village and find what you'll need to care for your friend.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure that this guy isn't going to make us do anything. It's not so much this guy I'm afraid of, it's the guy behind him. Yeah. Cult vibes. Find what you need to care for Trollis in the Village of Light. Legol has left the party. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Apothecary's flipside story.
A giant statue towers above you, stern eyes seeming to glare a warning to trespassers. a giant statue towers above you, kindly eyes seeming to cast a protective gaze across the village.
The Shrine of Light. Yep. Alright, I'm calling it. Definitely a cult.
After hearing your tale, the woman hands you her food. Make sure you all eat up and get all your nutrients.
No matter what this lady puts on her head, that knife, the way she holds it in every game just makes her terrifying.
And if there isn't enough, you just let me know and I'll make more. Ha ha. She finishes with a hearty laugh.
You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Mature Woman's Flip Side Story.
The boy looks at you and says, "This would look nice on you, miss," and hands you a crown made of gorgeous artificial flowers. You try to pay for it, but the boy counters with a smile. "I gave it to you because I wanted to." That was nice.
You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Boy in Flower Crown's Flip Side Story.
The old
Midsummer.
man says, "No person is an island. That's why we need to join hands and help one another."
You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Amicable Old Man's Flip Side Story.
After hearing your tale, the proprietor of the inn beams at you and says, "Don't worry your head over payment. Stop in and make use of one of our rooms as much as you like."
Okay, I know that all of the inns say this ever since the Forsaken Maiden, but this is the last place I want to hang my hat for the night. Seriously.
You offer a word of thanks and feel a weight lift off your chest. Now Trollis will be able to rest somewhere comfortable. The apothecary comes running your way. The medicine is finished. You take it from him and then try to head back to Trollis, but there seems to be quite some commotion at the entrance of town. Wondering what could have happened, you hurry over.
Head for the village entrance. This can't be good. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Innkeeper's Flip Side Story. We're getting sacrificed. Yeah.
A crowd of villagers has thronged the entrance to town. On the opposite side are Legol, Trollis, and Polka. Their earlier kindness seemingly an implausible memory, the group shouts, "Get out, now." You realize that the villagers are staring daggers at Trollis. They seem somehow furious at her. Even the apothecary, who only just handed you medicine for her, has an expression of utter rage on his face. You attempt to intervene and put a stop to the trouble, but the villagers continue to bellow their anger. Suddenly, you hear a serene voice call out over the crowd.
Enough.
At the sound of it, the people fall incredibly quiet. A mysterious girl, young in years, emerges from within the awkwardly silent crowd. "I beg your forgiveness for the way you have been treated by the villagers," she says. If you require a place for your sick friend to rest, please come to the Shrine of Light, she finishes, before leading the way.
Oh, sure, just lead me in deeper to the town that wants to kill me. You know, surround me on all sides with bodies of water. Water on 3 sides. Psycho villagers on the other.
What a waste of good food, the woman says, regretting having given you something to eat. The apothecary heaves a deep sigh. Should have given you poison, not medicine. The boy notices you, and then quickly hides the crown of artificial flowers in his hand from you. The proprietor of the inn takes one look at you before saying, "No rooms here for you," with a click of the tongue. The old man takes one look at Trollus and then spits, "Strange ears, odd tail, repulsive."
Okay then.
As soon as you arrive at the shrine in which the girl lives, you put Trollus in a bed to rest. You're relieved that you've managed things for the time being. When you speak with the girl, she says, "I've been waiting for you all."
You're a Subterran, right?
You haven't told the girl anything, so how is it she knows that? The monster attack on your village, Legol's cruel treatment, what happened to Polka's parents.
I know more than that. She goes on to describe much about your group.
What's your deal? Legol says, unnerved. The girl answers, "The power of prophecy."
We're back in the tangles of fate. Prophecy. I was right. The illusion of free choice.
She explains that due to her power, the people revere her as a religious guru.
And you were right, Pyra. It's a cult. It may not be a cult of our own making, but it's a cult.
You've never heard that word before, and so you ask, "Guru?"
Wait. Okay, why is pop star an option?
You ask if a guru is some kind of teacher, and Legol nods. Yeah, I think you could say they're a sort of teacher. Polka adds, "A guru is the founder of an ideological group, or the leader of one. In any event, the guru is clearly important to the village. You decide to ask her about the place."
Why the villagers were nice.
You ask why the villagers were so kind at first. The guru explains in a measured voice. The village, she explains, adheres to a doctrine called the Light Faith.
Again, light faith cultists.
She goes on to explain that the foundational principle of the light faith is to be kind to people. Thus, the villagers treated you with great kindness. You ask why the once kind villagers became so angry. The guru explains in a measured voice. This remote village has, she explains, been the victim of many monster attacks over the years, which in turn means that many of its inhabitants despise all monsters. That hatred eventually took root in the village as a kind of religious doctrine. Thus their behavior when they saw Trollis.
So, prejudicial cultists.
And so there have been two absolute doctrines in this village. Be kind to people and kill monsters. She gazes at the room where Trollis is sleeping and asks, "Your friend is a monster, yes?"
You're wrong.
You state in no uncertain terms that Trollis is not a monster. However, you cannot deny that you had a vague suspicion of her true identity. The guru amends her words. Forgive me. Perhaps that expression wasn't quite appropriate, since she is also human. She is half human and half monster. What are your thoughts on that? She asks.
Oh, wow. A friend to be treasured.
It's true that monster blood may flow in Trollis's veins. Monsters, things to be hated. But as you've traveled together, seeing you falter, the guru offers another apology. The villagers were discourteous to your friend, and for that, I am sorry. Many of them lost family to monster attacks and are seized with hatred. I ask you to forgive them, she continues, her voice tinged with hurt.
There's no difference in the choices. It's both six. They're both 6 dots.
Ah, right. Your group wishes to go to New Terra, yes? She says, breaking the silence. Stunning that your powers could even tell you that, says Polka in a low voice, and the guru nods serenely. She explains that there is a stone tablet in the ruins of a religious edifice to the northeast of town. Said tablet has the way to New Terra recorded on it.
The way to New Terra?
However, you should know, monsters have nested in the ruins, she adds. There's information on New Terra to be had, though, so you decide to go anyway, despite the danger.
Check on Trollis before setting out.
Trollis is sleeping soundly. Quite relieved, you thank the woman watching over her. She seems annoyed, but when you inform her that you're headed to the ruins, she quickly turns her attitude around and bows her head.
Please, get rid of the monsters living there and get the stone tablet back.
The ruins were evidently a sacred site for this village, one where marriages, funerals, prayers for bountiful harvests, and other important rites were carried out, and the tablet was used in those ceremonies.
We'll get it back.
You accept the woman's request, explaining that you were planning from the start to retrieve the tablet. You've no sooner gotten your response out than Trollis's eyes fly open, and she bursts out, I come too. While she is a little unsteady yet, the apothecary's medicine seems to have done its work. You try to convince her to rest a little longer, but she insists on going to the ruins with you. At length, her persistence wins out, and you begrudgingly agree to take her along and head for the ruins.
Head for the ruined edifice northeast of the Village of Light and search for the stone tablet. Trollis has joined the party.
The guru gives a little smile and says, "I'm sure you will be all right. I have foreseen that you will be able to obtain the tablet and return safely."
So there's nothing really here for me since they don't even have a shop. Alright, we are going to stop right here for today. It is getting late and I have to get up early tomorrow morning. But at the very least, now we are back into the groove of Voice of Cards. And hopefully we're not going to take another month off. We're going to hopefully keep playing this through the week. Now that we have finished Paper Mario and Sonic Unleashed, we have plenty of time to play Voice of Cards, Blacksmith of the Sand Kingdom, and Tales of Grace's F before Harvestella comes out in 2 weeks. And we have another 8 days before Genshin Impact version 3.2 comes out. I was able to watch the 3.2 preview live today, and I am certainly excited for it. Welcome to the stream, everyone. I was just about to end it here. I actually have to get up early tomorrow. So, thank you so much to everyone who came to watch the stream today and those who come to watch the playback later. And I'm going to set up the next stream for tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And I hope to see you there. We'll be going through the ruined edifice, finding the stone tablet that will lead us to New Terra. Once again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time for another exciting tale in Voice of Cards, The Beasts of Burden.